There are very few things that automotive enthusiasts can agree on, but one of those is an appreciation for the quality and solidity of German automobiles.
Maybe it's something in the water or the beer, but Germans have a knack for creating luxury vehicles whose general sense of quality and solidity endears them to buyers around the world. The question is, can a vehicle from another country possibly embody those same qualities? How about a vehicle from China?
Today we're going to find out using the power of science. We have set up a series of highly technical and detailed challenges to see if a Chinese car can compete with the qualities of a German luxury car. But first of all, we need representatives from each nation.
Ideally, we would have used this as an excuse to borrow a 911, but since China doesn't make any sports cars, we decided to go with the next best thing, mid-size SUVs. For Germany, we have chosen the icon from Ingolstadt, Audi. Specifically, we got our hands on a locally produced Q5L, one of the best-selling premium SUVs here in the Chinese market.
And so who will hold the torch for China? We needed something similarly priced, similarly positioned, and that would meet the high quality expectations of the Germans. So we chose the Voyah 3. Today's test car is the extended range EV version, but the full EV version is currently on sale in Norway. So each time the 3 meets the high quality standards of the Germans, it will be awarded 1 pretzel. But for each time it doesn't quite meet those standards, it will be reprimanded in a bad German accent. So let's start with the interior. Now, Germans are known as being no nonsense, and the interiors of their cars have to be practical first and foremost. So let's put this to the test by seeing how many cans of German beer we can fit into the interior cubbies of the 2 cars.
The Audi has set the standard at 20 cans of beer.
Oh, it does fit. Now it's time to see if the 3 can match that. So we can put 1 in here. Oh, many in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 in there. Oh, 2 here. Oh, there's quite a lot of space down here. Very scientific. So the 3 has absolutely aced that challenge. They fit a massive 38 cans of beer on the interior, thanks to that center console, and that's thanks to it being an extended range EV. So for that, I award the 3 1 pretzel. Okay, here you go. Not there. There you go.
For our next challenge, we will see if the 3 can measure up to the Germans' reputation for high quality and high-tech interiors.
Now, when it comes to interior quality, the 3 is definitely a match for the Germans. There's plenty of soft touch materials around this interior. And there's also these lovely soft leather seats which have cooling, heating and a massage function.
On the face of things, the 3 has the Q5L beat hands down in the technology department as well. It has 3 screens embedded into a dashboard that can raise and lower at the touch of a button, an electrochromatic roof that can change opacity, and an instrument cluster with night vision. Yes, night vision. Many of its functions can also be operated remotely via an app on your phone or via voice commands.
我有点冷。
没问题，正在调高主驾空调温度。
导航去虹桥飞机场。
找到多个结果。
第一个。Since this is an EREV with a 33 kilowatt hour battery pack, it also has 3.6 kilowatts of V to L capability, which means I don't have to skip my coffee this morning.
But we're trying to beat the Germans at their own game, and the name of the German game is buttons.
Now, whilst a lot of manufacturers are removing and deleting buttons from their cars, that message hasn't quite reached the Germans at this price point. So we're going to see how many buttons the Q5L has against the free. Now, I actually like having physical buttons within the car. It's much more convenient and safer than throwing everything onto the screen. Now, the Voyah 3 also has voice commands, but this is about buttons. So let's start counting the buttons in the Q5L. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 63, 64, 65. So clearly the 3 loses this round with only 50 buttons. So it's time to reprimand it in a bad German accent. 9, 9, 9, 9.
The free has performed well so far, but this is where things get tough. German luxury cars are known for their combination of vault-like ride and excellent body control. Can the Voyah 3 say the same?
What we don't have is a racetrack, but what we do have is a parking lot with a hell of a lot of sleeping policemen. We also have a heck of a lot of beer left over from our storage test. So let's put them both to use for our final challenge.
The concept is simple. Each car will set off and run over a sleeping policeman at low speed, then accelerate to 60 kilometers an hour. When they reach the end of the lane, they'll slow down to 20 kilometers an hour to make a turn and head back the way they came, crossing a couple more sleeping policemen along the way. They will then repeat the same process on the way back, accelerating to 60 kilometers an hour and then slowing back down for the finish.
But we're not testing lap times here, we're testing ride and body control. So as you can see, we've left a glass of beer in the cup holder, and we're going to do the test to see how much beer is spilt out of this cup after we mark it with a pen. Now, as you can also see, we've protected the car with these towels because this is a rental and we don't want to return the car smelling like the floor of a beer garden after Oktoberfest.
In order to keep things fair, we've asked our impartial and completely untrained racing driver to take the wheel.
Aren't you cold wearing that Hawaiian shirt in November?
The Q5L is equipped with Audi's legendary Quattro all-wheel drive system, a 2-litre turbo that pushes 185 kilowatts and 370 Newton meters of torque through a 7-speed DCT. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour takes 6.9 seconds.
So we've asked him to put it into comfort mode, but it doesn't matter that much because it doesn't have adjustable suspension. So let's go. You ready? I think he's ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
According to our untrained racing driver, the Q5L actually has a surprisingly firm suspension for a mid-size SUV,
Going around the corner, there's going to be beer everywhere.
which was great for keeping body roll under control, but worked against it when going over the sleeping policeman.
And here he comes across the line. Let's see how much beer has been spilt. Well done. Oh, maybe not then. Oh, there's a few drops in here. Seems like it's dropped a little bit, yeah. It's definitely gone down from the line. So let's go and have a look at how the free does it. So our driver's lining up the free. Hello, why have you got so many fanny packs? What's in there? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Okay.
The free has an air suspension that can be adjusted by up to over 100mm. That should help it over the bumps, but it also has a dual motor all-wheel drive system that means it can go from 0 to 100km an hour in just 4.5 seconds.
Let's hope he's careful driving this off the line. 3, 2, 1, go!
The man in the Hawaiian shirt said that the air suspension of the free made it much smoother whilst going over the sleeping policeman. When it came to turnaround, the air suspension also kept it pretty flat. But was he able to modulate all that power?
Going around now, definitely feels a lot flatter and a lot more rapid as well. Let's see how much beer he spilt when he comes back across the line. Okay, here's the moment of truth. Let's see how much the free has spilt. We won't bother shaking hands this time. Almost none. So which of the two cars spilled the least amount of liquid? Was it the Q5L or was it the free? Let's bring them over to our picnic table to have a look. And it looks to me like the free has spilt even less than its German compatriot, the Q5L, which means its ride and body control are even better and it wins another pretzel. Well deserved pretzel for the free.
So what have we learned today? According to the highly scientific and uniquely German tests that we have performed, it would seem that a Chinese car can embody some of the most important characteristics of a German automobile. With a score of 2 pretzels, the free is the most German Chinese car we've ever driven.
Thanks to the surprisingly refined ride of the free, it means I'm now not cleaning beer out of the high quality interior for the next 3 hours. So that leaves me with one more thing to do, which is enjoy a sip of this lovely German beer, eat some German pretzel and head home. Thank you for watching.